Yep, I knew it. It's not very often that I'm actually right about movie predictions, but I had a good old feeling about this one, and I'm glad to be right. Illumination's migration is doing terribly. I bit my tongue while I said that sentence. I don't have a lot of faith in bird movies. They kind of seem to be underdogged almost every single time they release, and this movie didn't hook me on the trailer, and I don't even think I would have seen it if I wasn't doing movie stuff, to be honest. I don't know if movies don't know how to market anymore. I don't know if it had to do with strikes and advertising in the early years or what, but everyone I know doesn't seem to know about this movie, and it's even worse by the fact that this movie doesn't even come out in the UK for another month or two. Seriously, this movie doesn't come out until February over here, and whatever presence there is elsewhere clearly isn't picking up. I've heard from some people in our Discord that they've apparently experienced the Daz experience of cinemas, whereby they're the only people that showed up. And this new Duck New York movie is looking to be one of Illumination's biggest ever flops. How ironic that it came the same year as one of their biggest highs, eh? Now officially, this is the worst box office opening weekend ever made by one of their new animated movies. It came out as number 3, which is just dreadful. For the studio that somehow makes views appear out of thin air and also makes the most amount of movie in animation history, this really is just a low point. Over the 4-day Christmas weekend, they made a gross of $17 million. 2 digits into the millions. To put that into perspective, the Mario movie made $146.4 million during the traditional 3-day weekend. Almost 10 times more, Jesus Christ! And I always suspected it. This seems to be a very standard movie. It doesn't seem to be doing anything particular. The success of things like The Secret Life of Pets, as much as I think's a bit of a groaner, a bit of a easy humor, is very clearly relatable and basic comedy that a lot of parents can latch onto. The Mario movie, clearly massive thing to jump onto. There is, the Mario IP that kids are going to adore. The Minions, as much as I mostly hate them, are pretty great for kid entertainment. Who cares about ducks in New York, you know? And though I'm sure there will be haters hating the fact that the pigeon is Awkwafina, since she has her own hate corner now for, admittedly, just playing herself in almost every voice role. That's the director's fault, not hers. Maybe her agent's fault. She is not the sole reason for this movie flopping, and also isn't at all going to be the topic of discussion when it comes to kids and their parents. Welcome to the halfway mark. We'll keep this one quick. If you're liking it so far, do subscribe and let me know how the migration movie is doing. Since it's not here until February, I'd love to hear if it's actually decent and whether I should pirate it just to witness the damn thing. Genuinely, I'm curious. Let me know in the YouTube comments or on our Discord server. And let's get back to the video. This just seems like an uninspired story, and maybe Illumination knew that. There have been 3 trailers, sure, but I didn't see the first 2 when they came out, and I specifically do this as a job. Mind you, I wasn't looking for every trailer under the sun by the time trailer 1 and trailer 2 came out. Only by the time trailer 3 was I even thinking about it in November, but still, I don't know, maybe it was meant to flop because they didn't have any faith in it? Now this doesn't mean Illumination is going downhill. I mean, for a start, they can cry themselves to sleep with literal wads of money to dry their eyes, but also, the Illumination factory truck is still moving along, since there is a new Illumination movie coming out in just 7 months. Despicable Me 4 is releasing in July. There's also Mooned, the Despicable Me 1, I guess, short, all about the villain on the moon, and they've still got to do like the full DVD releases of the Super Mario movie along with some Super Mario shorts. They've got all sorts of stuff going on. I've even seen a supposed leaked timeline of other future things they're creating, like another Super Mario movie, not a surprise there, a Star Fox movie, and apparently a Pikmin movie. I doubt. Anything that ever says Pikmin exists in a leak is fake, as far as I'm concerned. Pikmin 4 doesn't exist. That was a fever dream. Similarly, in development that I think has been announced and is also included in these leaks, but shush, is Secret Life of Pets 3 and Sing 3. If they're successful, you might as well keep regurgitating them out, although they have been getting diminishing returns. So I'm interested to see if this is maybe a marker of a future long-term Illumination problem. They clearly had big successes in the past, and they're not, I was about to say they're not trying anything new, but actually migrations is specifically something new, but, not good new. Maybe they'll just completely double down on their Nintendo element to make future good things. Maybe they'll just keep bleeding Secret Life of Pets until it makes a loss instead of a profit. But, at the very least, We love clowning on Illumination. They may have been doing well recently, but maybe they haven't fully worked out what they're doing. Maybe it's because it released over Christmas, and everyone wants to spend time with, you know, their families at Christmas. Maybe there'll be a re-release some midsummer some year to try and boost things back up. Pixar is doing it in January, February, and March after all, but who knows? Who knows? Either way, I can't report on the quality of Migration since it's not even here yet, and that too is only making their box offices worse. Am I gonna pirate an Illumination movie? I don't know, I feel like that's a new low. Do I really want to start the new year on such a low? We'll see. If there's demand, I could always do the terrible Migration movie, I guess. Although maybe I really shouldn't do that until it's at least released digitally somewhere. Who knows? It's whatever. Illumination are spelt with 2 giant capital L's this season, but I'm sure we'll quickly forget about it soon enough. Just like hop, you know? For now, I'll end it off there. There's a cheeky little update from a guy still grumbling that he can't watch a movie, let alone a terrible one. My name's been Daz. You didn't really care. Have you seen Migration? How was it? Is it good? I'd like to know. You didn't really care, and I'll see you in a little bit.